Win in chess and I'll pay $1 million. The single dad did it in 3 moves. The room fell silent the moment the chess clock was pressed, because everyone in that glass-walled office believed the same thing. This tired, broke single father had just agreed to something impossible. $1 million for a win. 3 minutes on the clock. A man who looked like he hadn't slept properly in years sitting across from a woman who built her reputation by crushing executives twice his age. No one expected a miracle. Least of all him. Before the story pulls you deeper, take a moment and ask yourself something simple. Do you believe in kindness, second chances, and quiet miracles that change lives forever? If yes, please like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this deserve to travel far and wide. He was known in the building as the man who never complained. Every morning, he arrived early, not to impress anyone, but because daycare opened before sunrise and rent never waited. His life had been reduced to routines and survival. Coffee from a cracked mug, overtime he wasn't paid for, and nights spent helping his daughter with homework while calculating which bills could wait another week. Chess had once been his escape, a childhood love passed down from his late father, but now even that was buried under exhaustion. He only brought the chessboard that day because it was in the same bag as his lunch. The challenge wasn't meant for him. It was entertainment for people who already had everything. A wealthy investor, famous for her sharp mind and sharper ego, announced it half-jokingly during a corporate charity event. Beat her in chess, she said, and she would wire $1 million on the spot. Lose, and the challenger would leave quietly, becoming another story people laughed about later. She had done this before. Many had tried. None had won. He hadn't planned to sit down. What pushed him forward wasn't pride or confidence, but desperation wrapped in love. His daughter's medical bills were stacked neatly at home, unpaid but carefully organized, as if neatness could replace money. He knew what $1 million meant. It meant safety. It meant no more choosing between heat and groceries. It meant his daughter could dream without fear. So when he found himself seated across the board, his hands shaking slightly, he didn't think of winning. He thought of surviving. The room was full of polished suits and quiet judgment. People whispered about how this would end. The investor looked calm, almost bored, as if the outcome was already written. The board between them gleamed under soft lights, black and white squares reflecting more than pieces. They reflected power, inequality, and the unspoken belief that some people were born to lose. The first move happened faster than anyone expected. His fingers moved with instinct, not calculation. Years of playing in silence, against himself, late at night while his daughter slept, guided him. The second move followed almost immediately, surprising even him. Something shifted in the room then, subtle but real. The investor leaned forward, not amused anymore, but alert. By the third move, the silence became heavy. It wasn't just a strong opening. It was a trap, elegant and ruthless, one his father had taught him long ago at a kitchen table scarred by time and love. A trap designed not to impress, but to end things quickly when survival demanded speed. The realization crossed her face slowly, like dawn after a sleepless night. In 3 moves, the game was effectively over. No one spoke when she finally leaned back. The clock kept ticking, mocking the moment. She looked at the board again, then at him, really looking for the first time. Not at his worn jacket or tired eyes, but at the calm that had replaced his fear. She conceded without ceremony. The promise was honored. $1 million, transferred in real time, witnessed by stunned onlookers who suddenly remembered how to breathe. But the true victory wasn't the money. It was the way his shoulders dropped, as if he had been carrying the weight of the world and finally set it down. He didn't celebrate. He didn't smile widely or raise his hands. He simply closed his eyes for a second, long enough to imagine his daughter laughing without pain, sleeping without worry. The days that followed didn't turn him into someone else. He stayed humble. He paid the bills quietly. He set up a small college fund. He took a week off work for the first time in years, not to travel, but to cook breakfast every morning and walk his daughter to school. He even donated part of the money to the same charity event where his life had changed, not for recognition, but because he understood something deeply now. Sometimes people don't need pity. They need opportunity. The investor, known for her dominance and pride, later spoke about that day. Not in interviews, but in private conversations where honesty lived. She admitted that she had underestimated something far more powerful than intelligence or wealth. She had underestimated love sharpened by necessity. If this story is touching your heart right now, if you feel that quiet ache mixed with hope, please take a second to like this video, share it, and let us know through your engagement that stories of resilience still matter. Just before the ending, we have a special request for you. Please comment below and tell us what this story taught you, or who it reminded you of. Your words might inspire someone reading them at the right moment. In the end, this was never really about chess. It was about a man who refused to let the world decide his worth. It was about a father who carried love like a weapon and hope like a shield. And it was about a truth we often forget: sometimes, the quietest people are the ones holding the most powerful moves.